when Carl Frampton signed to Frank Warren, one of the stipulations was, look, I want Windsor Park in the summer, 25,000. And to be fair to Frank delivered. Frank delivered. On Saturday, Carl Frampton does fight at Windsor Park, does fight in front of his home fans, does fight in front of, 26,000 people. Now, ideally, he would have been fighting either Lee Selby or he would have been fighting Valdez, both for world titles. I think Lee Selby would have done the turnaround if he beat Josh Warrington, and Valdez, if he didn't have that broken jaw, would have done the turnaround and fought him as well. But unfortunately, this is boxing. You can't prepare for these things. Valdez had a broken jaw. In fact, it probably wouldn't have happened because Valdez has since changed trainer, and he's probably going to take a while to come back and get used to the new trainer. And obviously, Lee Selby's gone up in weight after losing to Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington versus Frampton was never, ever going to happen next. And I still don't think it will happen anytime soon. So Carl Frampton's got his wish. He just, unfortunately, is fighting a guy that no one really knows called Jackson. No one knows too much about this kid. We've all had to kind of find out about him in the last sort of 2-3 months. So he hasn't got the ideal opponent. But he still has that massive tick in his box. Fought at the home of Northern Ireland Football Club, Windsor Park. I'm happy. I don't think he is happy. I don't think he is happy. I think of all the sort of fighters that have had their kind of stadium fight, Kell Brooks fought at Bramall Lane, Bellews fought at Goodison Park, and Josh Warrington's fought at Leeds Stadium, Ellen Road. Other fighters have fought, obviously, bloody Froch has fought at the... Is Froch fought at the City Ground? I don't know, but obviously he's fought in Nottingham many a time, and AJ's fought at Wembley. None of those guys, and I could go on, by the way, more names. I could literally, Amir Khan, Bolton Arena. None of those guys have been overshadowed by the undercard. None of them. In fact, I can't even remember some of the undercard fighters. Like, to this day, I still can't remember. And it was only a few months ago, Josh Warrington Selby, who was on the undercard. I can't tell you for the life of me who was on the undercard when Tony Bellew beat Makabu for that WBC Cruiserweight. So I can't tell you. Honestly, if you put couple grand in front of me to tell me, Addy, I can't remember. I'm definitely going to remember who was on the undercard when Carl Frampton fought Jackson. Because right now, it's almost as though Carl Frampton is chief support. I have to admit, it's almost as though Carl Frampton is chief. In fact, it's not almost, it is. If it wasn't for the fact that Carl Frampton comes into the ring last, Carl Frampton right now feels like chief support. Tyson Fury has completely stole the show. And look, Carl Frampton might not be too upset about it. It somewhat takes the pressure off him. I don't think it does. But, you know, you could argue or make an argument that, okay, it's helped him. It's taken the pressure off him. He doesn't have to do as much media maybe because Fury's doing everything. He doesn't have to answer all the questions. It's taken a bit of pressure. But this is his big night. This is what he's been wanting to do for years, fight in Windsor Park. He's now got it. And it just doesn't feel like his big night. It really doesn't. I didn't ever think that Carl Frampton could get outshone by anyone in Britain, if I'm honest with you. I thought he had that crazy fan base, and I thought he was that kind of a big superstar, a big deal, where no matter who you put with him, it will still be Carl Frampton's show. Not the case. Not the case. If I'm trying to think, if it was Selby or Valdez or anyone, Santa Cruz or, I don't know, Gary Russell Jr., would Fury have still stolen the show? I think so. I think so. So I don't think it matters who he's fighting. I don't think it matters if there is a world title. I think Fury has just come and stolen his limelight. And remember, this isn't Fury's big day. Fury's fighting at Windsor Park. Fury doesn't necessarily care about this. This isn't Fury's big thing. Fury's big thing will probably be, I don't know, another big fight at the MEN Arena. Is he a Manchester United fan? If he is, it'll probably be Old Trafford. Probably be Wembley Stadium. But he's stealing the show from someone else's big night. And I wonder how happy Carl Frampton really is about this. I do. It's a shame. I did a video. When did I do this video? About a month ago, talking about the star power of Frampton. Is it starting to wane a little bit? And look, even if he was Frampton of 3 years ago, where he was unbeaten and world champion, I still think Fury would have taken some thunder. But I do wonder now he's beaten, now he's fighting Jackson. Is it starting to decline a little bit? And if so, he needs a big fight against a superstar. Not just anybody, a superstar next. So that means he might have to go on his travels again. That means he might have to go to America and, force a Santa Cruz fight, force a Valdez fight, force a Gary Russell Jr. fight, all risky fights. But he might have to do it. He can't stay in the UK and fight with Tyson Fury again. He can't have Tyson Fury on his card again. He really can't. Because it does feel... And remember, Carl Frampton's a superstar, by the way, people. This isn't Paddy Barnes I'm talking about. I'm talking about Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton is, pound for pound, 1 or 2, nothing less, in sort of the top 10 British pound for pound rankings. He really is a superstar. But I don't know if that translates to tickets. I don't know if that translates to pay-per-view buys. I don't know if that translates to BT Sport figures. I feel like all those things are more with Fury right now. Maybe not the tickets. I still expect Frampton to have sold a bucket load of tickets, more than Fury. But from the outside looking in, this looks like Fury's fight. It looks like Fury's big day. And it definitely 110% is the Tyson Fury show. And if I'm a big name boxer, I won't like that. I really won't. I really won't. Especially when you think of it. Especially when you consider all what's going on as well. Deontay Wilder coming down. The possibility of Wilder stepping into the ring. I mean, who's talking about Frampton?